Loretta Lynn, the Kentucky coal miner's daughter whose frank songs about life and love as a woman in Appalachia pulled her out of poverty and made her a pillar of country music, has died. She was 90. In a statement provided to the Associated Press, Lynn's family said she died Tuesday at her home in Hurricane Mills, Tennessee. Our precious mom, Loretta Lynn, passed away peacefully this morning, October 4th, in her sleep at home in her beloved ranch in Hurricane Mills, the family said in a statement. They asked for privacy as they grieve and said a memorial will be announced later. Lynn already had 4 children before launching her career in the early 1960s, and her songs reflected her pride in her rural Kentucky background. As a songwriter, she crafted a persona of a defiantly tough woman, a contrast to the stereotypical image of most female country singers. The Country Music Hall of Famer wrote fearlessly about sex and love, cheating husbands, divorce and birth control, and sometimes got in trouble with radio programmers for material from which even rock performers once shied away. Her biggest hits came in the 1960s and 70s, including Coal Miner's Daughter, You Ain't Woman Enough, The Pill, Don't Come Home A-Drinkin', With Lovin' on Your Mind, Rated X, and You're Looking at Country. She was known for appearing in floor-length, wide gowns with elaborate embroidery or rhinestones, many created by her longtime personal assistant and designer Tim Cobb. Her honesty and unique place in country music was rewarded. She was the first woman ever named Entertainer of the Year at the genre's 2 major awards shows, first by the Country Music Association in 1972 and then by the Academy of Country Music 3 years later. In 1969, she released her autobiographical Coal Miner's Daughter, which helped her reach her widest audience yet. Coal Miner's Daughter, also the title of her 1976 book, was made into a 1980 movie of the same name. Sissy Spacek's portrayal of Lynn won her an Academy Award, and the film was also nominated for Best Picture. Long after her commercial peak, Lynn won 2 Grammys in 2005 for her album Van Leer Rose, which featured 13 songs she wrote, including Portland, Oregon About a Drunken One-Night Stand. Van Leer Rose was a collaboration with rocker Jack White, who produced the album and played the guitar parts. Reba McEntire was among the stars who reacted to Lynn's death, posting online about how the singer reminded her of her late mother. Strong women who loved their children and were fiercely loyal. Now they're both in heaven getting to visit and talk about how they were raised, how different country music is now from what it was when they were young. Sure makes me feel good that Mama went first so she could welcome Loretta into the hollers of heaven. Born Loretta Webb, the second of 8 children, she claimed her birthplace was Butcher Holler, near the coal mining company town of Van Leer in the mountains of East Kentucky. There really wasn't a Butcher